Hi everyone, in this video we are going to create, export and import a database table with PhpMyAdmin. PhpMyAdmin is a tool provided by the local server to create and manage databases. In our case study, we will create a database holding information about second-hand video sales. For a starter, you should launch your local server. There we go. You should first open your XAMPP installation. As you can see here, I'm using MAM since I'm on a Mac system. So when you are in your XAMPP, you should look for PhpMyAdmin. For XAMPP system, PhpMyAdmin should be somewhere here, but in MAM, it is down here. So we click there, and this is the interface for PhpMyAdmin. Then to create a new table, it's just as simple as clicking here on new, and in this block you can write your database name. So we should write something like database, or no, like sales, and we create a simple, that's just as simple as you see. Here we have the database sale, and in this interface you have the possibility to create a new table. So we said that the database will handle information about second-hand video game sales, so here we should write as table name games. We will have as attribute of this table like the ID, the name of the game, the name of the user, the price, some comments on the game, and also the maximum number of players of the game. So that would make like 7 fields. You put the number of columns. It is still possible to modify and add the number of columns later on. So let's just put 7 and press here go. So as we said, we have the ID. Here we have the name. Here we have the owner. We have after the owner we should have the price, the platform, so where the game, which platform the game should be played. Then after the platform we have the price, later on the number of players, and finally the comment. So the ID stands as an integer. For the type, the name, you can put the type varchar with the length 255. Owner is also a varchar with the name length 255. Platform varchar, since it will be a name with length 255. The price is an integer. You should not give a particular length value for the price. Then the number of players. Commonly the maximum number of players is 16, so let's put 16 there. The comments is a text, so put text. Since for all the tables the ID is the primary key, we should just come and check here auto increment, and the fields will be designed as the primary key. That's all for the name of the fields of the table. So we just click save, and the table is created. We can find here in the interface structure the table that we created. It is possible to change, like modify the name or the type, everything there, or drop the whole field. Clicking on drop, you delete the whole field. If you come here in browse, you'll have no records for each of the fields. So to add the records for each field, we click here on insert. For example, let us put here, since the ID is auto incremented, it is not obliged to put a value here. So for the name, let us post the name Super Mario. Then the owner should be like Patrick. The platform is Nintendo. The price something like 2000. Number of players 4, no 2. comments like best platform game ever. When I press on go, see one row inserted. If I go to browse, you see that here we have records for fields. So let us add 2 or 3 of them. Like we insert again. Here we put 2. For the second one, let's put as name Street Fighter. As owner, let us put a Ratchet. Platform Super Nintendo. Price 1,500. Number of players 2. He has comment like good fighting game. And here let us put like Mortal Kombat. No, Sonic. Owner, let us put like Lilian. Platform Mega Drive. Price 500. Number of players 2. And game is like running. Here we added 2 rows. So if we browse, we now have 3 records for each field. So what we have done, we have created the table, the database sales, and created the table name games. Then we define all the fields like ID, name, owner, platform, price, number of players, comments, and then we inserted records for all the fields. Now our database is created with one table holding information about games. Now we suppose we are in a case we want to transport our table into another database. That is done with the export version and see it in practice. Let's try it. Here to export the table, just click here on export. We have this interface. You can select the export method. The format is SQL. So exporting the table like this will be like, if you're not an expert in managing databases, you have some difficulties. So the best way is to export the table as a file that can be later on imported easily. So check on custom to display all the possible options, and here we scroll down to output and select save output as a file, and then go down and press go. As you see, the table games has been downloaded. We just saw how to export a table from a database. Now suppose we are in the case where we have an already prepared table and we want to load it in a database. That database be new or already in our system. So this is done with the import option. Let's try it. We are in a situation in which we have a prepared table somewhere in our computer and we want to load it in a database. At first, you can load it in each database, a database you already created, but I want to add it in a new database. As you can see, in the previous example, we had created a database sales, but here I've deleted it to implement this new exercise. So I create new to create the database sales, and I create, as you can see, the database sales has no table. So it no table found in the database. Now I have a prepared table somewhere, the table games, and I want to import it in the database sales. So to do that, you just click on import. Here we come and check the option browse your computer, choose a file. Here it is in French because my system is in French, but in English it is choose a file from your computer. Click on it, and here you have to check to select the tables created. So this is it, games MySQL, games SQL, excuse me. So open it, and you can see games.sql has been loaded in the interface. So what's left to do is to click on go, and all green means that my table has been uploaded in the database. Now, as you can see, the table games is in database. If I click on it, I have my fields, and if I browse, I will have all my records of the database. This is a database I already prepared, so you can have it, you can download it in the description. We just saw how to create a database, then export and import a database table with PhpMyAdmin. If you liked this video, subscribe to We Try It channel. You can click on the bell button to get notified for future video. And don't forget, web programming is fun.